Mr. LaBonge.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bell. From the Planning Department standpoint, with your report that you gave minutes ago, let's take Hollywood Boulevard from its inception at where Virgil and Hillhurst meet and go west to Vermont. Right now there is on your map, a establishment on that part of Hollywood Boulevard. Now that is in a C zone, but is it adjacent to residential?
No. What that shows is it's a collective. What it shows is it's a collective that does not meet the distance requirements. I mean, it does meet the distance.
Okay, I got it. So why do you think that one doesn't? I don't know of any school right in the area. I know there's a fire station up the street, 35s. I know there's the art gallery.
Right.
Why do you think it doesn't? Because it's in our zone?
No, it meets the distance requirements, but what we did was we assumed that because it met the distance requirements and the separation standards, that it could stay at that location. And then because there's an ordinance standard that says that you can't be within 1,000 feet of another collective, then we subtract out any of the commercial acreage. So you'll see on that map there's a slight amount of commercial acreage that falls just outside that 1,000-foot buffer.
Right. Now, is the Planning Department suggesting that we delete the residential requirement?
Absolutely not. What we have shown on these maps is any commercially zoned parcel that has residential use on it. We didn't show that because it doesn't meet the ordinance standards.
Right. In the older parts of Los Angeles, there's challenges because of strip zoning. If you could say it's not like other parts of Los Angeles was developed many, many years later. Whether it's Melrose Avenue, which has narrow commercial, and then comes right into residential, or these parts of Hollywood Boulevard. Would that prohibit any collective to be on Hollywood Boulevard, basically, between Western and Hillhurst? Would the ordinance prohibit that?
Well, it depends on the individual locations, but looking at that site, because Hollywood Boulevard has a lot of residential uses on it, it would be problematic for that.
Right.
Again, because we've subtracted out.
Is there any other role upstairs in planning or over at building and safety that could figure this out a little bit? Because I think it's, we've discussed this before, and I understand the whole ordinance and some of the keys that are going in there, but that someone could be the person who would be able to determine, whether or not there's an availability, because we are going to condense the number of collaboratives in the city of Los Angeles, but maybe there's some reasons why there should be one there because of the older established street, just from a planning use, not from a use of what the use is, but you don't have these existing uses that make it difficult. I'm just trying to find a solution to some of these narrow zoned areas in the area that I represent.
Well, it just depends upon how the ordinance is structured.
Right.
Again, what we have shown is that there are
But if I
different scenarios with different
have a
impacts.
bar on Hollywood Boulevard there,
Right.
is that a sensitive use?
No, it's not listed as a sensitive use.
Okay, but a collaborative is.
Yeah, a collective, what the ordinance is trying to do is to make sure that we don't have too many collectives next to each other.
I
so
got
there's
that.
a 1,000-foot spacing
I got that.
requirement.
My time's over. I want to maybe talk to one of your other planning officers there just to try to figure the thing out from the sense of how we do that. Because I have sometimes more problem with establishments that operate into the night and they have noise and they have no parking, etc. So we'll discuss. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. LaBonge. Mr. Alarcon, followed by Mr. Reyes.